Hey guys, welcome to Miranda Monday, and I first want to apologize for not showing up last week because I lost my camera. I put it somewhere and I couldn't find it, so that was confusing. You know, fun life. Second, I want to talk about Ritika and Nikki and I have decided to change our 4-minute length of video to 6 minutes. So hopefully it won't go over again because mixed with last week and the week before that, I now have to do 2 punishments. Nikki was talking about in her video on Saturday about the 3 of us going to the Panic at the Disco concert. Well, it was yesterday and it was fantabulous. It was so great. I've never been to an outdoor concert before. The only concert I've been to was a One Direction concert at the Key Arena up in Seattle. So this was like a really brand new experience to me. We got there and we waited with Nikki in the line because Nikki was already there. She'd gotten there around noon, I think. And we had to come later because we had other obligations, but Nikki was a dear and let us stand with her in line that was like super up close. And so soon after we got into the line, we got to go in. And we were like 3rd or 4th row to start off with. It was pretty close. And people were like pushing a lot, so we ended up kind of further back than what we had started off at when the first band started to play. The first band was called Youngblood Hawk. They were really good. This should not come as a surprise. I'm not really into like the whole hipster music type. I'm kind of more into the pop sort of genre. With like pop punk, I suppose you could say. So they were good, but they weren't really like my cup of tea. Added to the fact that I was like getting squished the entire time by a whole bunch of people, yay, was Walk the Moon, and they were fantastic. The lead singer, Nick, he had a little fan blowing on him from his keyboard, and it was like a fan, and it had his shirt like all pushed back, and Nikki was like, he looks like a dog sticking his head out of the window of a car. And my friend Simone was freaking out, and she was like, I love them, and they did so good. And I really liked their music a lot, like more. I would have liked it a lot more had I not been being pushed from awkward like directions. Like my ribs are bruised now. They were so great. They were really awesome. They really got the crowd pumped up, and everyone was like waving their arms and stuff. And it was time for Panic at the Disco. And let me tell you, I have been waiting to see Panic at the Disco live since I heard I Write Sins Not Tragedies on the radio when I was in 8th grade, and I was like, whoa, I really like that song about the Doors. And I was like, that sounds so weird, I'm never gonna say that again. But I was so excited. And the little like intro thing came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna see Brendon Urie. Oh my gosh. And then he was on stage, and I was like, wow, you're real, and you're really like right in front of me. Yay. And as soon as they were on stage, everyone was pushing super close. That time I don't think it was really that, like, I felt like there was a lot more space during Panic at the Disco for some reason, even though there was a whole lot more pushing. It was a weird phenomenon. Then during Girls, Girls, Boys, he took off his shirt. Yeah, I was screaming, like full on fangirl screaming. And I was like, this is so horrifically embarrassing. All these people probably think I'm horrible, but I'm gonna scream because gosh darn it, it's Brendon Urie with no shirt. And I was just in love. I was like, whoa, it really does look like the music video. And all the creepy fangirl thoughts that I could have possibly had within the space of about one song. And then during the next song, I started to feel kind of off. And then the fifth song, whew, that was great. During the 5th song, they started to turn off the lights, and the last thing I remember was looking at the top of the stage, and they had like these lights that looked like neon kind of like neon bars, like I suppose you could say. And I remember looking up at those and then looking down at the girl in front of me's shirt, and her shirt was white, and there were these little like gray blotches spreading out on her shirt, like making her shirt gray. And my legs started to give way, and I was like, holy crap, I'm passing out. And I turned around and told Nikki and Ritika, and we got the flip out of there. And I was really disappointed in myself. I was like, come on, Miranda. The least you could do is not pass out at the dang concert you've been waiting for forever for. But it ended up being for the better, because once we got out of the back, I got water, which was lovely, and I got air and space to dance, because I like to dance, and you can't really dance when your hands are glued to your side like that. Long story short, it was just a lot better for me that I got to do that when I did. And then I'll let Nikki tell you her story when she went to go find our friend Hattie. She's been talking about it nonstop, so I'm sure you'll hear about it on Saturday, so stay tuned. But my favorite part of probably the entire concert was when he played The End of All Things on the piano, because that's my favorite song off the new album, and I like almost started crying because there's Brendon Urie shirtless playing my favorite song on stage, and I'm here listening to it. It was the greatest moment of my entire life. The merch that I got, I wanted to get the tour shirt, but they sold out of the tour shirt literally one person away from me getting up there. So I got this shirt instead. It says Panic at the Disco, too weird to live, too rare to die. And I think it's really cool. I think it's like, yeah, pretty cool. So, miniature haul, I suppose. Ooh. So yeah, that was my experience at my first outdoor concert and at my Panic at the Disco concert. So don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked, or like if you like the idea of Brendon Urie with his shirt off, because I do. So and Ritika, I will see you on Thursday. Have fun at school, guys.